Welcome back to McKee Guitars. Today I'm going to go over basically kind of how I make custom necks a little bit, more or less on the fingerboard part, and maybe I'll do some more videos on as the process goes. But right now I have 2 custom bass neck orders and 2 guitar neck orders I'm working on for custom necks, and kind of going to show you how I do a fingerboard because everybody's specs are just a little bit different sometimes. So I can't have a jig for everything, but like when I make my acoustic guitars, when I go about doing the neck, my acoustic guitar neck widths are pretty much the same. I mean, I have 1 11/16 nut width, I have 1 3/4, 25 half scale, 25 scale, and then the spacing at the 12th is usually 2 1/8, and some people want 2 3/4, which is or 2 1/4, which is kind of rare. But this jig, I clamped the fingerboard blank into here, and I already got the set taper without the binding, and then the binding I put on there, it pretty much gets it to the width I need, and I can reduce the binding with just a little bit if I have to. But I clamp it in there, and then I run a flush cut bit, router bit along there, and I cut my fingerboards to taper. Well, on a bolt-on electric guitar neck, they're not all equal. I have to fit every neck to each body when I make one, so it's truly custom neck for that body. And so the thing is I can't have a bunch of these jigs like this. With the acoustic, I can get away with that, but with the electric, not so much. Even in Fenders, their pockets vary a little bit, and I want that neck to fit in, not loose, but a nice fit in there. So what you see here is I draw the lines out and see where I have to sand down to. I cut off the excess, and then this board here is actually what I use to get the joint true for my acoustic guitar tops and backs when I join them together. But I can use the same board for getting this neck true here, so I'll sand down to the line with this flat bar, okay, until I get to the size. So all of it's done by hand, takes a little bit of time. I mean, you gotta cut it as close as you can to the line there, but then sand the rest true. And then I'm going to come over here, I'll show you the bass neck blanks that I'm working on. This is a piece of curly maple. You can see it, big curls in there. Once that gets all finished, sanded, and the finish gets on, this curly maple is just going to explode out of the guitar. You can even see it on the edge there. It's going to be a really nice neck. But you're wondering, what are these lines here for? And I'll talk a little bit about bass necks. I see a lot of bass necks on Fenders, whatever, the brand doesn't really matter, Squires and not. They don't last very long, and they're not engineered to take the abuse of those heavy strings of the bass. So what I do, you might have seen some videos I posted, I put a double action truss rod in this middle channel here, so you can adjust the neck either way, and then I inlay 2 carbon fiber bars in there to really stiffen up that neck. Now I've built a 12-string bass neck. Yes, a 12-string bass neck. That's hard. I didn't even know one existed until someone showed me his, and it went didn't hold up too well. Held up for a while, which was surprising, but it didn't hold up long enough. And so he had me build one, and I reluctantly said yes, and I did it. I used quarter sawn. If you can, use quarter sawn wood, which most of the companies use flat sawn. Now this is a flat sawn piece. That doesn't concern me too much. I prefer quarter sawn. It seems to be super strong, but it's not going to concern me too much because of the way I build them, and I got it reinforced. Most companies do not take that step, and most companies use the inferior wood because they're trying to sell these guitars at a price point that majority of the population, are going to, hey, yeah, I'm going to jump on that. I can afford $400. But the thing is the neck, people don't realize, is a neck on the electric guitar is very important for tone, how it transfers that string vibration through the guitar. So you build a really good heavy, not heavy in weight, but a very rigid neck. You can get, better tones. I've had customers tell me over and over again their guitar even sounds better now with the new neck that I've made them. So if at all possible, use quarter sawn. Now there's some woods bird's eye maple don't come quarter sawn. Curly maple does come quarter sawn and flat sawn. So I do have European maple right here for bass neck. I don't know if you can see the end grain. It's kind of running up and down. You can't really see it because saw marks across there. But I prefer that. Rock maple, you can see that one, how the grain lines run up and down. That's going to be a guitar neck. But that's better. I prefer that if at all possible. But flat sawn, if you got a good piece of wood and reinforce it right, you can be very strong neck and do great. And so that kind of gets you an idea of how each one of my fingerboards are made specifically for the body. And the necks, specifically for the body I'm making them for. And I have to do that to ensure a good fit in the pocket, because seriously, all pockets are, they are different and they vary. So that's why I have to make it to the body. But hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned a little bit. And thanks for watching.